I never thought I'd be able to make music ever. I had horrible musical education experience as a child with a piano teacher that said, you can't play music that way, ever. Like, you need to read the notes and you need to do this. And so I decided that wasn't for me and bargained with my parents to be able to take swimming instead of taking piano. So it wasn't until I was 50 years old that I got my hands on my first Native American style flute. And it was an interesting story. It came to me as a result of me picking up a penny whistle and playing the theme song to a TV show just by watching the show. And my husband watching this and saying to me, how did you do that? And I said, well, I have no idea. It's just something, I picked it up and I seemed to know how to do it. So he kept buying me flutes, and he bought me a shakuhachi, very hard to play for a first flute. And then he bought me a Chinese zhao, which was a 4 feet tall flute with lots of holes, and I couldn't figure that one out either. So I knew that he was going to get me another flute, and I said to him, if you can find one in your budget somewhere, I would like a Native American style flute, because I know you're going to get me another one for Christmas anyway. So he did some research, and he found one from a maker in Canada, in the interior of BC, and he brought that flute home. And then he proceeded to have a dream about playing that flute. And that was quite interesting. So he said, no, you have to wait until Christmas. And Terry will play you when she opens you up. So I opened it up. I was delighted with this beautiful little 5-hole flute. And I shared it around everywhere I went, playing it. People said, what is that? And where can we get one? So my brilliant husband, who is what I like to call a serial entrepreneur, said, let's sell the flutes. You should sell the flutes. And so then my flute business, Peaceful Spirit Flutes, was born in 2006. And most of my flute playing experience comes from sitting in markets and playing the flutes while I was waiting to sell the flutes. And I had never had an instructor at all. I just picked up the flutes and learned to play. Going forward with the flutes, I've sold over 1,500 of them and been actively involved in the flute community in Canada as much as possible and throughout the States. I'm delighted to be an administrator with the World Flute Circle and to be connected with so many of you and Jen Michael Looking Wolf. It's just been a real treat to watch this flute circle worldwide grow. I will say that one of the things about these flutes is they've taught me more about listening than anything else in my entire life. The flute teaches you how to listen to your breath, your body, your fingers, to speed, to pace, to the space around you, to the things that inspire you. You just need to slow down, listen, and let yourself feel your way through with the sound. And there's lots of tips and tricks and things that you can do to improve your playing. But when you start from a place of intention to listen to the flute and to not worry about mistakes and get frustrated, you and the flute will bond much quicker, and you'll be in a better place to learn. And you will learn, and the flutes will teach you about listening. That's one of my greatest joys with the flutes. I also have a personal belief that these flutes are calling people to come together in peace and harmony, and it is such a joy to see how that unfolds in the world, especially as a person who did sell the flutes and had the unique opportunity of sitting in markets and seeing people be called to the sound of the flutes and choosing the one that spoke to their soul. So the other personal philosophy I have is that these flutes help to free the music in your soul. And so I will play you a short little soul song. Happy fluting, everybody.